Good day, everybody. Welcome to this weekly update on our instrument, the DXY, US dollar index, the euro dollar, gold, and Kiwi dollar. I released a video earlier to give an in-depth analysis of Kiwi dollar, so I'm not going to go into Kiwi dollar again for this week. Now, so what do we have in front of us? We know that this is still impulsive to the downside. Is an uptrend, but for now we are trying to correct, at least to finish up a wave C if there's a B, and a C to the downside. Have we done correcting these? Are we going down as an impulse, or are we still going to turn to the upside? Anything is possible. But for now, we are going to deal with this as we see it. When you have something building up here, these back-to-back, week by week, has been an impulse movement, positive movement to the downside. We are seeing it building up in an impulse. All we want to have now is at what point are we going to have a bigger wave 2 to the upside and now throw a bigger impulse of 3 to the downside in this cycle. We need to break here. Just like I said the other time, I said, okay, in that NZD USD, the impulsive move tells us the direction of what we are doing. And this, and as an impulse of wave C, is correct. Now we have a 5 wave to the downside, tells me that this is the first move. We need to come here and take this. For me, A, B, C here, it's like we are done correcting this as a B to the upside in relation to this first move. We may be now seeing the first move to the downside, a correction, and a bigger move. So all we need to now see is to what extension are we going to have this move to the downside? That is what we are looking for. To what extension are we going to have this move to the downside? Are we going to correct this as a wave 2 for a further drop, just like we had here? See, we had some movement here in between these as a 1 and a 2, then a 3-1 and a 3-2 correction immediately. Are we going to have a pullback to have a deep pullback before we drop to the downside once again? So this is what we are waiting for. We are waiting for all of that to unfold. But for now, it would be nice to have a pullback. You cannot force that pullback. When it comes, when it comes. For now, the direction of the trade is still to the downside. We are going to see pullback against this wick here and this place where price aggregated. So we might be seeing a push to this area for a further drop. So if we're going to get this to the upside, it will be a good movement to the upside for us to have this. If we can trade it, we'll trade it to the upside for us to drop again. So, but for now, it's building. When we know we are sure to write down and to continue a wave C, we need to break out of this wedge created by this wave C. If we draw this to this and we connect this to this, price will have to break out of that wedge first before we say we are ready. It's like a wedge, maybe not a triangle on DXY, but it's a wedge. If I bring it out, you will see it's like a wedge here, not a triangle. You can see what is forming on a DXY. If you look at US dollar index, on US dollar index also, it's more of a triangle. It's giving us more of a triangle here, connecting and this. We need to break out of that triangle first for us to know that. I think wave 2 is going to form, and wave 3 is of this cycle is what is going to break it. So we are gradually seeing, but we need to see it happen because they may go up and take the top. But for now, we are gradually having a lower low. From here, you can see that's the top, a low, and a lower low. So we are gradually building that up. But we can't say, yes, we are ready to move, not until we break. We need to take this wave one first, not even this one. This is the first we need to take. Once we begin to take this one to the downside, then we are good to go. So this is more like a wedge now. So if we're going to correct, we are correcting against 13031 and 1300. So if we're going to do that, so on DXY, we are correcting against, once we see the move to correct against this area of 105,270, or between 105,270 and 104,875 or thereabouts. So we probably will see price pushing up to those areas for us to continue back. If we are able to catch that, we will trade it to the upside. Now, the same thing on euro dollar is, you don't want to continue to buy euro dollar from this level. First, let's see what has built up on euro dollar in terms of seeing a triangle. So you can see that price is almost taking this area and is about taking this area. The first impulse to the upside is this one. So once we take this to the upside, then we know that then this is a wave one, a wave two has ended, and we are going to have a wave three. Stylishly, we are going up, we need to break. So the triangle here, so we can see, so we need to take this. Are we going to have a reaction around this area to go down? If we should have a reaction to go down, this is impulsive. It's becoming impulsive, even more impulsive than this. So the character of the wave that is developing here is telling me that this is becoming impulsive, stylishly becoming impulsive. All we need to do is to count the internal architecture of this and see, is it 5 waves? So we need to see that. And when we're going to have a 2 to the downside, then this also may develop, because it's an impulse, stylishly, it may develop into a nest, a 1-2 and a 1-2 until it breaks here. So we need to break this point. So once we break here, we know that, yes, we are going to correct around this zone between here and here, correct deep again for us to launch bigger to go up. So you still have your moments to load in more to trade. So for now, this is the area of support around 800. Price may do a wave 2 of this particular move between 1.0400 and 1.0800. That's a 40 pips area. We might have price pushing back to that area before it goes up. But we need to see what is giving us on the much lower time frame. If you go and look at it on the much lower time frame, like 1 hour, sorry, of daily, on the daily time frame, this is the area that we are talking about. This is the area that price may come back to. Now, this is worrisome because we are taught that we have done a 1 and a 2 here, and that is a 3, a 4. This pushing up has pushed up for more than what a 4 can be. Let me show you. So that's why I say it's more or less developing into a nest. It's more or less developing into a nest. Let me bring out the drawing for you to see. Now, looking at this point here, if you want to think it's a 5 to the upside, you would have expected that a 5 should end here and begin to fall again. This is highly impulsive. He's going up, It's going to take up this and break this. But we just need to, if you're not from the bottom here, don't chase it. Let it finish and let it come down. You're still going to have your movement. It's going to correct deep for you to have your movement to ride up again. That's one thing you can wait for. It's not going to travel like that, continuously. On the much lower time frame, like 4 hour. So what are we seeing here on the 4 hour? So we can see the initial movement of a 1, 2, and this is a move here, A, B, C. Sorry, no, a move here, a 3, a 4, a 5 here to finish this. Then we now have we had a correction of another A, B, C here, and it's going like a 1, 2 here, maybe a 1, 2 here. And this is also, yeah, this is in the 4 hour time frame is where is doing another 1, 2 here, a 1 and a 2 here. So it's not correcting deep. So it would have given you a 4, a 5 around this area. And the 5 probably would have stalled around this area. They broke up, do a 2, and they are going up again. So we are going to wait for this to give us a sign that it wants to break to the downside. See this candle here is a deception. It's a deception. When you see a candle and this one formed, you think it's an inside bar and it's going to continue to go down and do a wave 2. They push it up against you. So we have to wait to see what we're going to have. Price may be coming down. Once it's ready to come down, we'll follow it. We need to begin to break structure to the downside before we say so once we break a structure to the downside, we look for a retest to the upside to sell. That's what you can do. On the 1 hour time frame, we are still yet not ready to come to the downside. I can't see that happening yet. We are going to follow this. These are just finished is A, B, C, and a 1, 2. Let's this one develop into 5 waves. If after finishing is serve as a 5-wave structure to the upside, we can now begin to see if we're going to break structure and begin to follow it to the downside for a possible deeper correction. So for now, allow this to go. Allow it to go. Allow it to go for now. Let's go to gold. So we are riding an impulse to the upside. Gold for us has gone up. Has gone up for us. We believe that we are done with wave 4. And where we are right now, we are building wave 5. So what I can see here, building it like a 1, 2 formation, and we are going into a bigger wave 3. This is going to give us a 1, 2, 1, 2 formation, a nest developing, and we are going to come to an area of an extension from this base here to the upside of between a 1, 2, 3 extension or a 161.8. So we still have a possibility of having about 700 to 1,200 pips to the upside from the current level. So what we can wait for is for this to finish itself, give us a deeper correction. It has given us a 1, 2 here too. It's developing into a nest, and that is what they are trying to do now. It has pulled back here. It has tested this area, unlike what we are still waiting for in Eurodollar. So these are tested here. All they can do is to push up the more. Let's see on a much lower time frame, which is the daily time frame. So this is the daily time frame. We are saying that this has developed into the last wave here. Like I said, A, B, C, D, E. So this is our 1 and 2 here, another 1 and 2 here, and this is building up. It's building up. It's building up. If you go to 4 hour time frame on gold, we need this to finish itself, to finish 5 waves. It might finish the first 5 waves, then have a deeper correction of a 2. If it's going to give us an ending diagonal, let it finish and finish itself as a 5 to the upside. Probably will have a much deeper pullback again to give us a 2 before we have a long 3 or almost equal arm of 1 and to the upside from 2 to give us a proper ending diagonal. So this, I don't think it's yet ready to come. We may take the top before it's ready to pull, to give us a deep pullback. So for us, we've had a 1 and a 2 here, and we add this from here, a bigger 1 and another 2 here. So this is a 1, a 2, a 1, a 2. And this also is looking like a 1, a 2. Are we going to have a much deeper pullback to the downside? We need to wait and see. The trick, I think, the clue is in how much these had gone to the upside. We're going to see now. Let's go to 1 hour time frame. So how much of it has gone to upside? Let me bring out my drawing. Now, how much of this had this one recovered from here? So from what we can see here, the price is still within a low of 85. So the fact that it got to past 76, it's highly suggestive that we're going to have a correction without breaking low and go up again. Once we go beyond the extension of 161.8 is a new wave, but it's still within the corrective format. So we may have a zigzag to the downside from here. We may still have that. If it comes down, let it come down. If it's going to come down, let it come down. Take here. If it's going to take here, then you should be expecting a zigzag to the downside at an 100% or 161.8 to the downside without taking this low for now. Price is not going to take this low. It may correct it and is an opportunity for you to load your gun if that happens. But if it continue to go up from here, break beyond 1, 2, 3, and 161.8, which is this area, the price breaks beyond 224 45, it's a new wave to the upside. It's a new wave. So which we are going to see to the end of it. So for now, I'm seeing this as a 1, 2, a 1, a possible 2. This is more than a 4th wave correction of this entire run. It's more than 4th. So it's like a 2. And if it's going to break down again, then it gives us a deeper 2 in relation to this as a 1 and the 2 to come more to the downside for us to ride a bigger wave to the upside. So let's still see what is unfolding here. It could come down, good for us. It could continue to break up, good for us anyhow. So I think with that, I've come to the end of gold and all that we have to share, and happy trading. Bye.